Well, holy cow, people. It's freaking Saturday here on Vlogging Life, and I haven't filmed all week. Mainly because I haven't had anything to film all week. Another week of doing the same thing and nothing film-worthy. And I'm still wearing my pajamas. Let me change. Alright, today, what do I want to do today? Well, today I want to get some groceries because I have no food. I ate it all week, and it was good. So, something I tried this week was something I tried back in November last year, where I basically ate carnivore for a week while lifting, except for I added a new stipulation in. I would lift on Mondays, break on Tuesday, lift on Wednesday, break on Thursday, lift on Friday, break today. But I didn't lift yesterday because I had so much shit to do when I got home that I took it off. And I'm kind of glad I did that because my shoulder has been bugging me right here. Like, right where that bone is, right here. That's just been killing me. So, I took the day off to basically see if I can heal that up a bit more and get her back copacetic so that I can freaking hit the gym hard today. Because originally today, I had plans, but they kind of fell through. See, originally what my plans were for today is, well, for instance, on Thursday, which was a day off of lifting, I went to a hockey game. Local team, the North Bay Battalions, played against my friend's nephew's team, the Guelph Storm, and she got free tickets because it's her nephew's team. So we decided to go check it out. And it's a good thing we did because it was an awesome game. And she actually, her nephew, scored the winning goal for Guelph. So the way I looked at it was, no matter what, it's a win-win game. You know, North Bay wins, we win. Guelph wins, we win. So you can't really lose when you're cheering for both teams at the same time. Now, I'm not really a big hockey fan. I understand most of the rules, but not as much as I probably should, being Canadian. But all in all, let me tell you, she was a good freaking show. Damn good show for sure. But I've never been one to really get into hockey. I don't know. I just have issues with getting into sports. Oh, whatever. Anyway. Well, today I was supposed to go to her, my friend there, supposed to go to her nephew's hockey game. Her younger nephew plays in like a peewee league or a kid league, and I was supposed to go to that with her today, but that's been canceled, so not a big deal. My battle plan for today is to go get my groceries did, so I have food in the house again, because I literally destroyed all the steaks I bought and then some, and then I destroyed all the tornadoes I bought and then some. Guys, this week, eating carnivore proved something about nutrition that I wasn't aware of. That makes complete sense to me now. That's how nutrition works. Let's go for a rip. We'll talk. So on the topic of nutrition, something I realized, if you want to go with the macros, this is something that I theorized and seems to be functional. So let's say bodybuilding is a lot like building a house or even a deck in the backyard. You know, you need your material. For the deck, it's wood, but for your body, it's proteins. You need some sort of energy, so you can either build the deck by hand with hand saws and hand hammers and hand drills and hand screwdrivers and use your own energy to do that. Sure, it's a lot harder to do, but you're going to get the job done. It's just going to take a while, and that energy is pretty much finite because you're using your own energy. We'll call that energy fat. And then you have carbs, which I like to say is like electricity for power tools, or gasoline for generator to generate the power for the power tool, whatever. So your electric tools are your carbs, your manual tools are your fats, And protein is your building material. So by eating the way I've been eating all week, been eating strictly carnivore except for the past couple nights where we went out for celebratory burgers. We'll talk more about that after. I've been eating pretty much carnivore all week, and I've been ingesting around 3,600 to 4,000 calories a day of fats and proteins, negligible carbs, like maybe 10 grams of carbs a day. Just been cranking in the protes, 350 to 400 grams a day, probably a little bit too much. But the way I see it is I'm not taking in any carbs. If I do need glucose, gluconeogenesis kicks in, converts said proteins into carbs or into glucose to be used for mandatory systems such as the brain. Good stuff, good enough. Anyway, so by doing this all week, I figured, okay, well, I'll weigh myself on Sunday before I started. Sunday morning I was 215, and Thursday morning before we went on our cheeseburger bender of 2 days of cheeseburgers, I was still 215. I was holding my weight, but my pants are looser. So this leads me to believe that because protein is not used for energy, kind of like when you're building a house, if you're running, like let's say you're building a house in the winter and it's cold, you're not about to start burning the lumber for the house to keep warm. You're going to find another source of heat. Like, that's the way it is. So your protein will only be used if absolutely necessary. Your body's going to break it down because the process for gluconeogenesis is an intense one and requires a lot of energy to do just to produce those carbs. This is the reason why high protein diets are a great way to lose fat and put on lean muscle mass. So by doing that, I've noticed that my weight's been the same, body fat's gone down, and I just feel great. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing this. I had a couple cheat meals there. That's on me. On Thursday after the game, we frigged off over to the this local burger joint called The Station. Oh, not burger joint, local restaurant called The Station. And we bought, I had a bison burger and my friend had a station burger. And last night, I didn't really eat much yesterday during the day. Well, I did eat during the day, I just didn't have supper because I got home last night and I had a whole bunch of running around to do, stuff to get organized and junk. So I got I didn't really eat, and I went over to my friend's house and we hung out for a bit. And I was like, you know what, I'm freaking starved. And then we went to a place down on Lakeshore that I've always wanted to check out and never did. And I had the weirdest burger I've ever heard in my life. Guys, it was a kimchi burger. Now, when I say kimchi, I for some reason thought there was going to be ramen noodles on this burger. There wasn't. There was no ramen noodles. It was just a burger with the kimchi, like, topping. And it was spicier than all hell. Okay, well, screw that guy, I'm going. So literally all week, the only carbs I ingested were from the burgers. Everything else is meat, meat, and meat. And somebody breaking into that car. That was a good time. So now I'm down here at Independent. I'm gonna go inside, get some steaks, get some food. I do have to hit up Food Basics. Probably gonna do that tomorrow at some point. And then, yeah, just go from there. So let's pitter patter. All right. Oh, shit. Where'd that guy go from? All right. Well, anyway, we got our groceries. We got about a case of dealcoholized beer. I really like that alcohol-free stuff. It's really good for you too post-training. It's what they used in the Olympics to get the athletes back going after destroying themselves so hard. It's got a lot of vitamins, a lot of minerals. You know, that's the thing with hops. Hops have a lot of vitamins and minerals, but the moment you friggin' start brewing and making alcohol out of them, well, everything goes to shit. Went and watched some hockey on Thursday. Good times. I'll show you pictures of those burgers if you're not on my Instagram, because I posted them. This first burger here, this was a delicious one. It was the this was the bison burger. So it was made with bison meat. Basically bison steak that they grind up and make it into a patty. And it was fan-damn-tastic. I really enjoyed it. And then this burger here is that kimchi burger. Now the problem with this kimchi burger is I'll probably never be able to have it again because it was a featured burger of the month. And the restaurant we went to, which was called the Beaver, the Crown and Beaver, every month they have a new signature burger. So yesterday was the 31st, so it was the end of the signature burgers. So I tried it and I was like, oh my god, that is so good. It was hot. It was very, very spicy. But I've been building up a tolerance towards spicy by doing something you wouldn't believe. And that's by adding cayenne pepper to my water and drinking it. And building up a tolerance to spice. And it's friggin' awesome. So I had that burger and I was on fire all night. Like, my temperatures were high. I wasn't even on thermogenics. And my temperatures were skyrocketing awesome. So I was happy about that. All these places got wings and stuff on sale because it's football weekend, eh? What do you guys call it? The Super Bowl, I think it is. Football weekend. So everywhere selling wingies for super cheap, and beer stores even doing buck a beer, I think. But yeah, bison meat, man, stuff's so good. And I found out the grocery store on the right of me is called Orchards. And they sell it there, but I can imagine it's not cheap because that place is spendy. Good source for produce and stuff, but yeah, you'll pay a pretty penny for food. A lot of organics, and Orchards is kind of like in the US your Whole Foods, or Republix, if you will. That's what that Orchards is like. It's our first health conscientious store. Are you health conscientious? Come to Orchards and buy your organic vegetables that will rot in 3 days if you don't eat them. We don't use pesticides at Orchards. We believe the human doesn't need that kind. And stuff in general. But, you know, when you're buying a stocked celery for $5 and you know it's going to go bad in 3 days, that's not a good time. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, it's been just, you know, one of those winters. Actually, it's been a really easy winter. Like, you look at the snowbanks right now and they look pretty tall. But keep in mind they were pushed back, so that's why they're tall. We haven't really had that bad of a winter. I've only fired up the snowblower twice. And that's because we had that major snowfall that one Saturday, and then we had another major snowfall the other Saturday. I haven't really needed to snow blow the driveway that often. I've been doing it by hand, and I think I only shoveled the driveway maybe a handful of times, like maybe 2-3 times. Wasn't really needed. So all in all, it's been a pretty easy winter, and the temperatures, we had a couple cold snaps here and there, but other than that, we've been sitting at the worst case scenario. Wake up in the morning and it's -10 out, and then by lunch it's -3. For January, that's a mild January. Now we still got to get through February, which February is usually where the real cold snaps come in. You guys remember last year on Family Day, last year was February the 18th. That's when my furnace died, but it turns out it didn't die. It was just the intake and exhaust was plugged with snow because of all the snowmageddons we kept having. But all in all, to be fair, it was actually not a bad time. Or last year sucked because of all the snow. But this year, it's just been mild as... Like, I wouldn't be surprised if by March, this is all gone. At the rate this is going. But anyway, people, I'm almost home, so I'll chat back when I'm there. Alright, peace. Alright, I'm home now. I forgot why I stopped filming with this camera. Well, there's two reasons why I stopped. One of them was I got that DJI camera, but the problem with that camera, well, it's not really a problem with it. The camera works great. It's just editing the video from it because it saves it in a weird format. It's really hard to skim through the footage because of the file size. And there's only two options, MOV or MP4. I don't like filming or editing in MP or MOV. I prefer MP4, but that's just on me. Wondering what I'm doing. Currently making myself a little protein shake here. Not a protein shake. A pre-workout shake. Creatine and some Revolutions, and I might even throw some blueberries in there. Get some fructose in the mix. Get some more energy going. You know what? That's a damn good idea. I'm glad I thunk of it. Something like a Slim Fast shake, but, you know, it's not full of sugar. So the parents just swung by there. Dad bought me a new window cleaner for my truck, like a new brush, winter brush. So maybe we'll get enough snow tonight I can actually give it a test. But I'm going to let this sit in, let it engage, do a workout. Today's battle plan is chest, well, full body. Just going to go in it to win it, hammer down 29th gear, you know, just push, 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 and then see how I feel. See how I feel. But I'm definitely going to run the chest gauntlet, the bicep gauntlet. Probably going to invent a back gauntlet at some point. Just figure things out. Should be good. Oh man. So I put in my workout. That was awesome. And then I had a shower. That was awesome. And then I cooked my chicken wings. Actually, I started the chicken wing cooking while I was working out so I could blast them for a while and make sure they were cooked really well, because last time I air fried chicken, didn't quite cook them all the way through, got a little sick. So I was like, alright, this time here, I'll blast the living snot out of them, give them the 30-minute dose, which should basically turn them into dehydrated chicken wings, like knock all the moisture out of them. So they were nice and cooked. Crunchy on the outside, chewy on the inside, you know, typical freaking awesome chicken finger or chicken wing kind of consistency. And they were white, there was no pink, no blood, everything was good. Chicken was cooked through, ate those, and like an hour later, diarrhea dumps every 30 minutes. I don't know what the hell's going on. They're just unbreaded friggin' chicken wings. Like plain Jane, buy them in a styrofoam with friggin' saran wrap holding them together, kind of like how I buy my steaks. Chicken wings. Cooked them up, ate them, tasted fine, didn't feel any weirdness or have any weird taste or anything. And ever since then, I've just been feeling gross. Like really, really gross. So, many trips to the Brown Bomberland for this guy. Fun times. But yeah, I did my workout. Did the chest gauntlet again. And then did some bicep work. But I started doing some shoulder work, and I was doing front raises. And as I was coming up, and I can feel it right now, all in here just started to hurt, like a pulled muscle hurt. So I don't know what the hell I did. It hurt when I was doing bench press, so I stopped doing press on that side, and I just started working heavier on the left, because I just used the cable machine for bench press. And yeah, I don't want to say I hurt myself, but because I can still move it around, I'm still able to do stuff with it. It's just you can feel a bit of pain while you're doing stuff with it, so that's a thing. Oh well, whatever. She'll heal. It's what she do. So now I'm not doing anything tonight. Originally I was going to go out and hang out with my friend, but I'm like, you know what? I kind of really don't want to do that now that I got the shits. So I think I'm just going to chill out at home, have a quiet weekend, pretty much crap out all my organs. Should be a good time. Yeah, to crap out my liver. Frig it. Don't need that, right? Nah. Yeah, guys, it's like friggin' getting close to 11 o'clock-ish, somewhere around there. Yeah, it's actually after 11. It's quarter after 11, if you will. I'm gonna let the dog out. Go have my 17th crap. Probably call it. Because, yeah, I figure if I sleep this off, I'll wake up tomorrow feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Oh, yeah. It's friggin' snowing out. Truck's covered. Oh, truck's covered. There's a bit of snow on the windshield. Just means if I go for a drive tomorrow somewhere, I got a reason to try out my new brushie. Yay! Anyway, next week is also a week of Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. I've been working those lately. This past week was a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday due to having a cover for someone who took time off. And next week also Monday to Friday. A little awesomeness at work. I'm getting trained in a whole new department. So they're going to have me do some extra work, which means I might be able to get some extra hours, which is awesome. What I might be doing will require potentially some overtime, but I don't get paid overtime. So rather than having the union people do it and getting double tax and a half, they can just put me on it and pay me straight time for the same work. Hey, whatever. It is what it is. So that's pretty sweet. But yeah, I don't know. Lately it's just been kind of boring in Canada. Well, for me anyway, because I don't do anything. If you guys are looking for exciting videos, you should check out Rex 4x4's channel. He actually has a Skidoo and he's been ripping around on the trails. Well, I don't know if he's going to be ripping around much anymore because the video he posted today was I broke my sled, so I didn't watch it yet, so I don't know what he broke, but if it's pretty bad, he might be down for the count for the season. Literally all I'm doing this winter is cracking off weights, trying to build some muscle, so that this summer I can throw that fat bike around and take it on some trail rides and have a good old friggin' summer. Just trying to be fit as a fiddle. But of course, right now I got friggin' food poisoning or some nonsense. Guys, don't buy prime chicken. The friggin' chicken wings I bought tonight were prime, and they made me sick, and the last time I got sick on chicken, it was prime drumsticks. So the fact that prime and prime are both killing me, I think it's time to shut her down. Oh my god, my dog has a snow beard. Anyway, people, I'm gonna shut her down here and call it a day. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. Like I say, if you're looking for winter fun videos, go check out Rex 4x4 on the YouTubes. And until next time, people, peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.